I'm Tina B. I'm a labor and delivery nurse and a mama of 4, and this is your Fast Fact Friday. I'm going to get you in and out of this video in 5 minutes or less while still covering topics that are very, very important in the world of pregnancy and labor and delivery. Today's topic is VBAC, so start the clock. What's a VBAC? VBAC stands for Vaginal Birth After Caesarean. You might also hear this referred to as Trial of Labor After Caesarean, or TOLAC. Now, some people have said to me, why would anybody want a vaginal delivery if they've already had the cesarean section surgery in the past? People have this idea of somebody already has a scar, so they'll want to just keep having cesareans, or their vagina is still intact. People have actually said that. So why would they want to go ahead and have a vaginal delivery? But there's lots of reasons why people might want a vaginal delivery even though they've had a cesarean section. The first big one is that a cesarean section is a major abdominal surgery, and it comes with a major abdominal surgery recovery time. Not to mention the fact that hospital stays with vaginal deliveries are less, and also we have to take into account that if you have lots of C-sections, it might actually limit the number of babies that you can have in your lifetime. So in that reason, somebody might not want to continually be cutting in through their uterus. Let's go over some things to consider. You may not be a candidate for VBAC if your uterine scar goes vertically and not horizontally, if you've had previous uterine surgeries, if you've had a previous uterine rupture, if you've had more than 2 cesarean sections, or if it's been less than 18 months since your last cesarean section. The reason for this is that the biggest risk, and the one that's most concerning with a VBAC, is uterine rupture. That is when your uterus actually splits open before you're ready to have the baby. Now, although this happens in less than 1% of VBACs, you can imagine that if it does happen, it is life-threatening for both mom and baby. We also need to consider things like how many babies do you have in there, and where's your placenta, and how's your baby laying. That's because things like multiple babies in utero, or a low-lying placenta, or a baby who's not in an optimal position for a vaginal birth may have had your provider already leaning towards a repeat cesarean section, regardless of the fact that you are wanting to go for a VBAC. Also, is your facility that you're going to be delivering at capable of doing an emergency C-section if needed? Because if they can't, chances are that you won't be offered a VBAC. And is your labor being induced? That's because induced labors, they often lead to less successful rates of VBACs. And that's it, VBAC in a nutshell. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you for the next Fast Fact Friday.